Life sounds like the MCG. My Australian song that I've chosen and the closest to my heart is Up There Cazaly by Mike Brady. As soon as I hear the din 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 din, it takes me straight back to that day in September every year at the MCG for Grand Final Day. We were lucky enough to be MCC members and we used to catch the train up from Geelong. Didn't matter what team was playing, we were always supportive. We'd just grab onto one team and we'd just barrack for it that day. We'd get the train up from Geelong, we'd stop at Jollymount Station, walk across the Yarra. We'd have to get in first because we didn't have reserved seating, and we'd just sit there, Dad, Mum and I. And Dad would have his beer, Mum would have a thermos for tea, I'd have my Milo, our 4 and 20 pies. And we'd sit there in those days and we'd watch we'd start off with the under-17s, then the reserves, and then the anticipation of the grand final. And I think that one song, they didn't have live entertainment in those days. It was either Mike Brady or Mike Brady over the loudspeaker. And for that split second, it united a whole stadium of 100,000 people. It didn't matter whether you're barracking for Geelong, didn't matter if you're barracking for Hawthorn. But as soon as you hear that, there's a lot more things to football. The whole crowd would stand up and sing. And then when Mike Brady said, and you hear the mighty roar, 100,000 people at the MCG would stand up. And I'd look over at my dad and I'd see the emotion in his eyes. And then I'd look over to the man on my left and he'd be there with his kids, some stranger. And for that split second, VFL was united. And then later on, that one song unites now a nation every grand final day. And that's why I'm so grateful for Mike Brady, because now my child was in the grand final last week and then on the way to the grand final, that tradition still stands. We played that song as a family in the car to pump him up for the day. It's bigger tradition for us than putting the star on the Christmas tree. Mike Brady has brought Up There Cazaly to our family, and it always brings me back to that day.